If you've been around as long as I have, Pokemon Go to the movies. Exclusive movie ticket for Pokemon Yellow. You guys want to see what this looks like? I've been through so many Pokemon booms, Pokemon mania, hysteria. I feel like it's happened for so many years. This thing is very fragile. It's very old. A movie ticket to the original. Don't steal this, guys. Please. This is back when I got into Pokemon, but we have seen some insane things happen here recently. And is this the biggest boom of all time for Pokemon? We're going to do some investigative work, you and I, and find out what we can. Hershey's Kisses Pokemon Collector's Case Edition. $599. I really thought people were trolling or people were making it up that this was such a sought-after collectible. But here we are. These are items that have sold September 22nd, 2025. Not that long ago. The Hershey's Kisses X Pokemon Collector's Case with 64 kisses already found. Oh boy, if I could get 64 kisses, I'd be a lucky man. Hershey's Kisses Collector's Case Holder. People are paying these prices. Complete set, $400. For Hershey's Chocolate Collector's Cases. This is back in July. Mostly all of these are in July. I guess the idea behind this is people will buy these things. People are mad at scalpers, but you have to look at what this is. Every single item listed on here is probably bought by someone at a local store and they sell it online. Do you think they paid, this is 10 bids, 296. Who is the one to be mad at? The people who put this here or the people that bought this? Let's look over here. This is something. Oh my, this is happening. Soup. People are going to be fighting over Pokemon Soup. October 7th. So this has just recently come out. Oh, guys. Here we go. There you go. Your starters. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, Pikachu, Eevee, your Mew, and your Mewtwo, and your Jigglypuff. On these cans. People are going to have these cans sitting on their shelves for the next 20 years as they have collected Pokemon Soup. But if you look back at the different eras, the different hype bubbles of Pokemon, you all kinds of food, accessories, drinks, you name it. It's not really anything new. And why can you blame them when you look? Yeah, these are cards, sure. $15,000, $13,000, $11,000. These are all vintage Pokemon collections. Booster, this is just a holder collection lot. You get the idea. You get what I'm saying. So a lot of people that are buying these at $300, these, for example, I think they think these are going to go up. I think that they think these are going to be over $1,000. Now, I'm sure a lot of them are collectors. But when you look at what people want, what people collect, people have entire rooms dedicated to Pokemon. There are millions and millions and millions and millions of people who have grown up with Pokemon, have either played Pokemon their whole lives, left the hobby, come back to the hobby. I think what we're seeing right now in this current generation is we're seeing my generation, people between the ages of probably 25 to 27 to probably like 39, 40-ish, maybe a little older. That block is starting to get to the point of their lives where they have stable income, reliable income. And they want the things that they didn't have when they were growing up. And so many people say, oh, this next generation isn't going to be into Pokemon. They're into Pokemon. They're playing the Pokemon TCG. They're watching the Pokemon anime. They see Pokemon at the stores. And if they don't, you know what they want? They want Pokemon. They still want it. And if they had it, it wouldn't be as desirable. So a lot of this current market is based on the adults who, back when they were kids, maybe didn't have it. Or maybe they had a little bit of it and they want the whole set. They want to come back to it. That's what we're going to see continuing forever. For the rest of our lives, we're going to have people who are collecting Pokemon. It is called a cradle to the grave philosophy. There are things for babies that have Pokemon on it. The association of Pokemon with something that is good, something that is carefree, a simpler time, is going to last forever in everybody's lives. And at some point, people will come back to it. They will. And that's what we see right now. And we will keep seeing generational churn of that. It's not the same way with every sort of collectible. We could talk about, say, some stuff I saw recently in the mall. Rainbow Bright, Care Bears, Cabbage Patch Kids. Those are from the previous generation. I remember seeing those when I was a kid, but that is their generation, and it hasn't continued on really into my generation, the newer Gen Z, Gen A. Those aren't really things for those guys. So Pokemon is different in that way. It's more of a legacy collectible. It's more of a multi-generational collectible. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be around forever. And the Pokemon Company itself is the largest media franchise in the world, larger than Disney, larger than Marvel, larger than anything else, and by, I want to say, $1 billion or $2, maybe $2 billion more. I mean, it's massive. So when people talk about collectible, these cards not being worth anything, the collectibles not being worth anything, the investments not being worth anything, I think you've got it all wrong, because it's here to stay. And they're not slowing down. If anything, they're speeding up. You look at the games. The games are churning, and not only the games. I'm talking about the mainline series. Mainline series, sure. Expansion. I mean, there's an expansion for the mainline game already announced, and the game hasn't even come out. But then you have Pokemon Pocket. You have the Pokemon Coliseum. I'm not sure I don't remember the name, but it's basically like Pokemon Coliseum remake, modern version, mobile also. You have the one with the trainers, that Pokemon game. You have so many Pokemon games. Me, a guy who talks about Pokemon 7 days a week, doesn't even have the mental resources to store it all. I mean, there are people who dedicated specifically to each specific thing, the Pokemon Pocket, or Pokemon Go is another one. You see what I'm getting at? Like, they got everybody. It's not the world's largest media company for no reason. I just get a lot of pushback on the channel about people saying it's hype, saying it's a bubble, saying it's going to go away. And yeah, sure, it might cool. Everything cools, But for whatever reason, maybe all of them I just listed, Pokemon continues to churn over its hype cycle. It continues to take a little dip and then skyrocket back up. Almost like the markets we look at so often. It has a cooling period, and then it takes a leg up, and it cools, and it goes up again and again and again. The most recent eras were like the Logan Paul era. YouTube played a big part of it. And now we're kind of in this rip and ship era. A lot of people like to call it the scalper era. Whatever you want. I mean, it almost makes me think the people who are doing like the rip and ship and are enjoying that are having a better time than the people who are just mad online nonstop about scalpers and all that stuff. I understand that it is frustrating not being able to find the product for MSRP on shelves, but I do think that you have to have the scarcity to also have the demand. I think that's just part of it. And I think a lot of people have turned to the Pocket game. A lot of people have turned to a lot of different games to still have a Pokemon experience and maybe not be playing the card game all the time. If you're someone who plays Pokemon, I've played almost every single one of the games. If I go into the store and I see Pokemon cards sitting on the shelf, I'll probably buy some. It's all connected. It's all works together. And I'll leave you on this. I think each individual aspect, Pokemon the trading card game, what else? The mainline series. Right now we have a not even mainline series video game. We have Legends ZA coming out, which is like a one-off. Then you're going to have Coliseum over here. Then you have, what's the one that's the MOBA? What's that one called? Where you know what a MOBA is? Massively online battle arena. It's kind of like Dota or League of Legends. They have that Pokemon game. They have so many of these little ones, these little entities that are huge in themselves, that have millions of people interested, each of them. And they're all, in a way, separate, but all still Pokemon. So it's all tied together. And when you go to the store, if you like any of those games, I think, if you like any Pokemon stuff in general, and you see the trading card games, that's just icing on the cake for a lot of people. A lot of people, it's not their bread and butter. It's just something they like to show up, grab some, and then go on about their day. That being said, I don't think we're going anywhere with this as far as the hype dying down anytime soon. I think the most likely spot that the hype will die down, if it does, there's going to be big hype for the new game when it comes out. The first trading card game set might not be super hype because it's going to be all new Pokemon. And statistically, the new sets never do very well. Mega Evolutions did very well, but it's all a bunch of legacy old Pokemon. That's why. People don't say that, but that's why. Anybody who knows Pokemon knows that. It's like all your favorites are here. Of course, it's going to be crazy and people are going to want it. But the new one, featuring brand new Pokemon, that could be the time where things cool down. That would be my prediction. But at this current rate, with how many people stream, how online everybody is, everybody will be watching the game, learning about the game, enjoying the game together. I could see that hype spilling over into the trading card game and making the next set very big. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Cassidy. I'll see you in the next video.